welcome to day 3, stage 2 of the 2024 ABSA Cape Epic, the 20th edition of the race that challenges you in every single way. It is the Untamed African Mountain Bike Race, and we're in Saronsburg in the Western Cape, just outside the town of Tulbagh in the mole of this valley. Absolutely spectacular morning as we prepare for the second marathon stage. Today they leave this valley and head into the Witzenberg Valley on the eastern slopes of this beautiful mountain. Saronsburg in the distance. This is the farm that we are based on, and we have a fantastic day of mountain bike racing ahead today. On stage 1, well, it was always going to be a day that shakes things up, and historically it's done that, and it certainly didn't let us down yesterday. Neil Gardner, good morning.
Good morning, Gerald. It's great to be here, and our first big day yesterday, our first full-length stage, and history has shown us that there's always a shake-up, and we were not disappointed. There's an awakening, a quickening that happens on the first day, and also history has shown us that it was not lost throughout the week, and that there's still a long way to go. There's still 13,350 meters of climbing and over 500 kilometers, meters of climbing and over 500 kilometers to go. So long way to go. Still no surprises in the leaders jerseys at the moment. The achievement leaders jerseys, the best in the world are wearing, no surprises, but as we said, a long way to go still.
Absolutely, at the sharp end of the race, there's been some intense racing already, but just looking right down the field, of course, there are 1,400 riders who take on this challenge, and day 1 traditionally sorts those out who, yes, there are those who have mechanical issues and illnesses and so on, but it is a day that sorts those out who perhaps haven't quite done the preparation required here, and around about 60 riders failed to finish yesterday, and so they won't be taking further part in this event. That's how tough the ABSA Cape Epic is. It's the race that defines your ability as a mountain biker in so many ways. So let's reflect on day 1, 88 kilometers, 2,450 meters of climbing around this beautiful valley of Tulbagh. And let's have a look at how the elite men and elite women race.
Monday.com, every business, no matter the industry or size, can simply work harder. Monday.com adapts to every team's needs and connects departments in one unified workspace, giving the entire organization the ability to zoom out, solve the hard, and make smarter decisions in real time. Get everyone aligned towards the same goals with built-in features like Monday work phones that help you kick off projects and seamlessly connect data. And Monday workshops to co-edit and collaborate on ideas in real time. With over 180,000 customers across 200 industries, Monday.com empowers you to achieve whatever you do, however you do it. Go to Monday.com and start your free trial today.
This 8-day stage race winds through the spectacular Western Cape of South Africa, taking in rocky climbs, dusty farm roads and manicured single track. This two-person team event attracts the best riders in the world as well as aspiring amateurs. They will all cover 617 kilometers and climb 16,500 meters. Today is the first stage of 7, starting and finishing in Salzburg Liner State, Tilburg. Stage 1 is difficult and is traditionally one of the toughest. It's a true test of rider and machine on a real marathon stage. At 88 kilometers, it's not the longest stage, but there are over 2,450 meters of climbing. Today's route has 4 main climbs that will define the day, with Raptor Rise providing roller coaster switchbacks. However, Funty's Pass at 70 kilometers is the one to be wary of. After the prologue, the top 3 men's teams are separated by just over 1.5 minutes. In third is Baf Megamo, Hans Pecking and Bart Alleman. Second is Toyota Specialized 91, Matt Piers and Howard Grotz. And sporting the yellow leaders jersey is World Bicycle Relief, Nino Schurter and Sebastian Finney. As the gun goes for stage 1 of the 20th Absecon Epic, the elite men leave Salzburg and head out into the Tilburg Mountains. Today's conditions seem to be as predicted, hot and dusty. Straight out of the gate, Albia Liaison Speed Company want to stamp their mark on today after a disappointing prologue. World Cycling Relief and the yellow leaders jersey stick with them, led to Baf Megamo, Specialized and African duo Tiger Lewis Tour. After 60 kilometers in the driver's seat, Kevin Gega starts to pay the price. The Egg-Trans has the intentions of Albia Liaison Speed Company. They have no choice but to step back and ride at their own pace. 1.5 hours into the race, the cracks also start to show for Toyota Specialized 91. Howard Grotz is feeling the intensity of the race. He hasn't done many international races over the past couple of years, and his race legs are not quite there yet. After South African champion Matt Piers encourages him to fight back. At the sharp end of the race, World Bicycle Relief sense the weaknesses and try to take advantage of the situation. Schurter and Finney are setting the pace with Baf Megamo expecting an element. If they can put some timing on the chasing team, it'll put them in a controlling position for the coming 6 days. Grotz manages to find his legs and with help of Piers they power back and catch the leading group. They don't really feel that they can stick for too long before the effort takes its toll. 5 kilometers from the end of the race, and Schurter and Finney make an aggressive move to split the field even further. Baf Megamo stick with it. The 4 riders of Schurter, Finney, Alleman and Becking all jostle for position for the sprint finish. A winning time is taken for the second rider to cross the line to a tactic start to unfold. The yellow jersey seems to be in control, but European champion Alleman sneaks in between the 2 riders. When he comes down to the finish, it could go to either team, but Finney suffered a broken chain on the last corner. The win goes to Baf Megamo. Second place was 2 seconds behind is Schurter and Finney. Third goes to Toyota Specialized 91, Piers and Grotz, only 21 seconds off the leaders, and in fourth, 2022 winners of Albia Speed Company, limping over the line more than 4 minutes off the pace. Stage 1's podium of the 20th anniversary Absecon Epic sees third place go to defending champion Matt Piers and Howard Grotz. Second to current leaders World Bicycle Relief, and the win goes to Baf Megamo, Bart Alleman and Hans Pecking, competing with course in just over 3.5 hours. Schurter and Finney remain in yellow for tomorrow's stage 2 for a 51-second battle to second. In the next women's category, we have Toyota Specialized 91, Sophia Goldberg Kierfan and Samara Shepherd. Canada Factory Racing, Maureen Littlevala and Candice Moore, and in the orange leaders jerseys, Ghost Factory Racing and Turfsburg and Nicole Kohler. Lead group of leaders Salzburg start line and head for the Tilburg Fields. The field sticks together for the early 10 meters of the day, getting a feel for the intentions to come. This will be the first proper test for the teams of two. It isn't long before the orange leaders jerseys Ghost Factory Racing and the Turk Strat and Nicole Turner up the pace, and the teams start to tail off. They continue to divide the field over the coming kilometres, and by the time they reach Funky's Pass, defending champion Vera Rosa and Alexa Skywalk from the Fisher's Infinity SCP Strand have been dropped. Almost 3 hours into the race, the Little Specialized 91 filled with the pack. Samara Shepherd had a hard run of her first track epic and can't keep up to the intensity. Teammate 2022 champion Sofia Gomez found noticed the blow and dropped back to ride at a manageable pace. Ghost had set the seal up from the early part of the race, and now it's Cannondale Factory Racing to try and find a chink in the armour of the cross-country specialists. Mittervalle is getting stronger and stronger throughout the stage, and it's Lil to take the initiative and puts the hammer down. It all comes down to the final sprint. The two teams jostle for position coming into the finish field, but it's Ghost Factory Racing to get the inside line and cross the line first. Cannondale finished just 1 second behind, and Toyota Specialized 91 crossed the line just over 5 minutes behind. The Williams podium through Toyota Specialized 91 in third, Cannondale Factory Racing in second, and with a time of just under 4 hours and 26 minutes, it's Ghost Factory Racing and Turkey Nicole Turner to take their second win in a row at their first track epic and retain a firm hold on the Orange Leaders jersey.
Collaboration is key to team success. With ClickUp, you can easily manage your team's tasks and timelines in one app. Using our Gantt chart feature, you can map out your team's tasks and set dependencies to ensure everyone is on the same page. Adjust timelines, change colors, and add more tasks as your project progresses. ClickUp's Gantt chart feature makes project management a breeze, so you can focus on what really matters, collaborating with your team to achieve your goals. Say goodbye to multiple apps and hello to seamless team collaboration with ClickUp. Get started today.
ما لحقت اخلص امس، لكن اليوم بسوي ان شاء الله.
ضروري.
ابشر ابشر.
هلا اشرف، ارسلت جوابك حق روان ومهند.
هذا وضع إسراء الآن لأنها للحين ما استخدمت منصة إليفيترز، لكن مع منصة إليفيترز راح توفر وقتك وجهدك، خصوصا خصيصا لأتمة كافة مراحل التوظيف في المنشأ.
عند العقد مساوي تحتاج للجزم ونقول حسين.
ابشر لحظة. خلاص.
In the overall leaders in the men's and women's Utah Elite categories. That's okay. After 2 days of racing, it is as you will. World Bicycle League and Ghost Factory Racing. So Lawrenceburg Wine Estate was the prologue to now in the beautiful Salonsburg, the wine estate just outside Tula, and the furthest belief of this year's race from the start of Lawrenceburg will be written today at the Vincentburg Valley, a remote valley which produces the super food predominantly, but apples and pears integrate as well. And it is one road into that route by car and by mountain bike. They're coming at it from the western side of the valley and up the long wagon path. It's going to be a very, very tough ride indeed. And then of course tomorrow there is stage 3 takes it from Salonsburg to Wellington. And transitional day and 2 days of car riding with a clean stage in Wellington on stage 4. And then everyone, the runners all will be bussed across to Stellenbosch for the final 2 days in the Grand Finale, which will finish in the heart of Stellenbosch, which for many people is the spiritual home of mountain biking in South Africa. It is trail heaven. It's explore the beauties and wonders of the Salonsburg Mountain and the youngest of the clouds there on the valley to come today. It's all about the Vincentburg Valley on the stage of 97 kilometers and 2,200 meters of climbing. Very challenged early on, you've got to climb up the mountain.
Well, the Wagon Trail is an extremely tricky section, especially so early if the riders will be sure to be warming up. And just look at the stats on that Wagon Trail, it is 7.5 kilometers long. The elevation gain by the riders was 760 meters, considering that the whole stage was 2,200 meters of climbing. 760 kilometers in the first 760 meters in the first 120 kilometers. It's a big climb. The tops are 1,133 meters, and it will take about 40 minutes for the top riders to get all the way up. 10% average gradient, but that says nothing about what the trail surfaces are all about.
They head around in an anti-clockwise direction up that wagon trail. It is probably the toughest climb in that it's single track all the way, very rocky and rugged all the way to the top. But what makes it slightly easier than perhaps Funchess Pass yesterday is it comes very early in the day, whereas Funchess Pass came in the last 10 kilometers yesterday after a really grueling day. And then they go around the Witzenberg Valley with various sections of single tracks, Slotboom and Belfinian single tracks and Panorama as well, before a really tough drag upward onto the ridgeline of the Witzenberg Mountains to bring them to the top of that wagon path, which will descend down, and that will be the tough section as well.
Well, the profile will look familiar to many, first of all, because it looks just a little bit like Table Mountain, but we've seen this kind of profile before at the race in this location. We first visited Tulbach in 2011, and so it's been a long time visited town of the race, and even though something might look familiar, there's always something new, always something special for the Atsigate Epic in the 20th edition in 2024.
So that's on the menu for them today here at the Atsigate Epic on a beautiful day. The weather is set and fair. That is, if you think fair is temperatures rising towards the low to maybe mid-30s later on today, so it is going to be a very, very testing day for those further back in the field. The early start, 7 a.m. start means that the early riders will get the best of the conditions, but the riders starting all the way through to around 8:30 will really have some very, very tough conditions later on in the day. So let's now go to the start line. All the riders gather ahead of the ride today, and the top 10 teams in the men's elite category are called up into the start chute. And before they do, they chat to our legend, Niels Marquez.
It's a little bit more difficult than we are used to in Europe, but yeah, still, it's will be still a long week, and we are looking forward to the next stage because they are all looking super hard, and yeah, let's see.
The longest stage from this week, but maybe also a fast one.
Yeah, I think that it will be important to be in the front on the first climb, and then on top it will be really fast. And I think today will be a difficult stage to make some gaps. So let's see what are the tactics from all teams.
It was strong yesterday.
Yeah. it's not easy to sprint against this one of the strongest boundary riders ever. So super happy that we made it yesterday, and I hope we can do it again in this week.
And how important is it to stay warm and warm up train?
Yeah, especially because yesterday after the race you have to go immediately to the podium, so you don't have the time to get the lap set out and repeat it a little bit in the morning. And it's just to get the legs rolling and to get the engine started.
Because it goes fast to start.
If the speed company guys race like yesterday, probably yes.
Good luck.
Yeah, we're obviously really happy with third, but we want a bit more. So hoping today we can hold on to the front girls a bit longer and yeah, see what our legs have for the final climb.
Good luck for today.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks so much. Good luck. Thanks, guys.
When I Candice, good morning. First of all, how are you feeling?
Yeah, I mean, compared to yesterday, a lot better. Sun is out again, so you can't complain. But I mean, it's going to be hot. But yeah, I think we're both feeling good. And yeah, I think it's another day. We're still early in the race. You know, it's after that it's still 5 more days. So we'll just watch what happens today and then we'll see.
Most of this stage you had also a few weeks ago.
Yeah, very familiar with the stage. Rocky, just keeping safe on the trail. And then at some point today, I'm really good legs, taking advantage of the situation and probably just keep things going.
In the longer stage today, but it seems to be a decision maybe at the end, a long descent to the finish.
Yeah, for sure. The last move is very important. Like, yes, you said it's very long, so you came close to get home and get there. But I think also like the time before that had made the race deciding decision. So it's very much going to play a part in the way this time is out in the week. It will be very long, very late in the race. So exactly you can
That's what keep epic is. You have to keep it safe and make good with that.
Exactly. Keep risking it and keeping it safe and not going as fast as you can.
Good luck today.
Thank you.
Hello, good morning. How are you feeling?
Good. I'm excited, so looking forward.
Nice to see you in Chelsea as well. I believe Chelsea is that way.
It's like right here.
I saw the video from the empty of the sprint what we called. It was actually very
not bad actually. The second day, all good so far.
Not so hard it has been for you.
Yeah, for sure it was hard yesterday, but I recovered well and looking forward for this stage. Yeah.
You have seen the profile, I guess, on today's stage. What do you expect?
Yeah, it's a big part of the meeting. Up to the mountain there, and I think it's going to be a fast one up there, and weird.
It's been yesterday on TV that you really liked the weather. And this was very good. I remember some years ago, they did some preparation in the track, etc. The good thing is you can check out the road and just try to make and you don't have to be on the track and it's tough.
Yeah, I'm sure it helps, and I still know the climb. We have been here, and I actually know a bit what to expect, so that's always good to know. But yeah, it's also a bit dangerous. For sure, we don't want to risk any mechanical, so that's the first one.
Keep it safe and good luck with it. I'm looking forward to see you going down that trail. Good luck with it.
A former winner talking to a double former winner there. Bart Brenchens chatting to the riders ahead of today's start. Mechanical, well, Sebastian Finney broke a chain on the sprinter line yesterday. So it couldn't happen just better time if you're going to break a chain, you're going to 50 metres from the finish. They charge away from Salonsberg here in the Tilburg at a breakneck speed. Same direction as they went yesterday, heading at the third row alongside this race finish, and it was spaced out yesterday, but it was slight coming together about there. So no one was too optimal, so Hamilton now with that climb moving very early on, so positioning, getting to a position early on and trying to find yourself out of trouble and in a clear ride at that time. You've got to be critical, and you can get that a lot of these guys will be charging hard, and there's Matt Beers early on alongside Bart Alman, who is the further specialised 91 rider, will be in together with Carl Cross to make it today count. They're 1 minute and 10 seconds behind Will Isaac, where we got to finish third yesterday. But Megaway yesterday's stage winners start today 1 minute and 30 seconds behind Guido Schurter and Sebastian Finney. Rio Victoria, 40th day, 2:25 down. The big losers yesterday were Orbea Speed Company, 6 minutes and 48 seconds from they start today. Their Williams man really suffered yesterday. Away roll are the elite youth women, this big batch of riders. And the overall because Coast Factory Racing, they are 1 minute and 6 seconds ahead of the Canada Factory Racing club. Candicool and Mitterweiler. They were specialised 91 who are for 3.03 Samara second and 6 minutes and 12 back. Third place is Secretary, and I've seen some of the recap of yesterday published on those early times, and they are 6-12 back and have plenty of work to do to find themselves in the mix here as well. And that's today count, that's for sure. And this is of course just the second marathon stage. We go right away through to Sunday, and they get hit after hit of similar stages. Now on that climb, and this was Alexis Scott and Vera Rossa really showing how tricky this climb is. It comes up from aspiring Sophia Gomez Beautiful. So the driving pace on the front, this is Mercedes. He can play a role, certainly up in the Witzenberg Valley.
Well, he's got that massive engine that suits him so well on the flats, and people have the even Howard Grotz have got their work cut out for them. They've got a great dynamic and they've already understood exactly how the other partner works. They've got a great team dynamic. It seems that he lets Howard Grotz set the pace on the front, but certainly setting the pace on the front. Bart Alleman, he is absolutely charging. Just shades of what the Speed Company racing team did yesterday. It's Bart Alleman is clearly on fantastic form, and just making sure that he's keeping the field honest and getting everything stretched out. He knows very well this is a good section to take advantage of. Any riders who find any weaknesses are probably properly warmed up in the morning, and it's going to be a long day if you're off the pace at this point in the stage. Well,
further back, batches rolling away. But you caught a glimpse there of the yellow jersey, Will Bicycle league, a little bit off the pace. And the reason for that is that Sebastian Finney had an early puncher on the flats leading into this time. So they, Nino Schurter and Sebastian Finney, have had to do some work to regain contact, or try and regain contact with that group after this long climb.
Not a good time to lose time at this point. I just checked the time checks there, and only lost a minute. I think I'm going about a minute behind the leading teams of Hofmegelo and the Toyota Specialized 91 team.
Damon Stapp and Andrew Haasman chasing the Masters leaders there. It was Carl Platter, Thomas Gilles-Seca. They were held out in A-Batch. Daniel Taylor, Bianca Becker leading off batch later on in the day with Sunshine. For Tim Africa, they are devoted stage race riders. They'll be doing every single the Epic Series race this year around the world. And they are certainly enjoying their life on a 95. And that's really a real commitment. It's generally is good as well. So, this is all set up for a glorious day of racing today. These riders that you heard, many of them know what they're in for here. This stage featured much of the stage featured prominently in yesterday in the Tampa Trek mountain bike circuit, a 4-day UCI rated race about a month ago in these parts. It starts on the other side of the Wittenberg Valley. Today we'll have Donia Hogeweg, and those riders who rode those cars this year, Michael Beard, Alex Miller, who was there as well. So they will know exactly what the riders is talking about. That helps.
It does help a very much in strength, and those because it's one aspect of your psyche and one aspect of the psychology that makes you just relax just a little bit, just puts you your mind at ease, and then one less thing to worry about. And this is very much a process-driven race compared to Canvas. A lot of talking about it. It's just cannot think about winning too early on. It's one step at a time. And these incremental differences can make a big difference when it all adds up towards the end of race week.
Bart Aronman has shown in the first few days of this year's Africa Cup that he is a man in elite condition. And he's leading the elite men up this unslipping on the job. Howard Cross is the climbing master in the Toyota Specialized team. Matt Beers just a little bit off that. And then it is Fabian Rabensteiner of the Willia Vittoria team. And then it's Lucas Baum and then Samueli Porro. And behind the Media e-bike, the Bulls Media e-bike, is Georg Egger pushing his bike up there. So it could be another tough day. They've got over the top. This is from earlier today. And look at this for spectacular geography as they come through this gap in the rocks here. Absolutely beautiful. The sun shining on the rock face. The leading riders in the Absecade Epic Stage 2 charge into the Witzenberg Valley, the gateway to the Witzenberg Valley.
And this is a new section for sure. We haven't seen this in the race. We did talk earlier about the fact that there is some familiarity with the stage. The riders will know that this is a new feature. We haven't seen this before in the race. And we have Nino Schurter and Sebastian Finney charging up the climb, hoping to minimize their losses there. About a minute or so that was their deficit. At this point in the race, we will give a time check at that water point as they head into the Witzenberg Valley.
Question is, how much will that effort have taken out of them? That will only be known later in the day. City pair of Switzerland and Sivol go through. They need to recoup some time on the overalls for our Cup day yesterday. And they are putting themselves in the frame of the top 5 just in moments. They drop into the sunshine on the Witzenberg Valley side. It's one of the oldest fruit-producing valleys in the Western Cape. And still, these farms are still many of them in the same families that originally started up. As they pass through Oldgrass Farm, the farm that Kalanora Victoria, that's the first of the waterpoints, just about 19 kilometers in. And that was Nino Schurter and Sebastian Finney, about a minute, just over a minute down on the chassis. Africa leaders, that's Africa Jersey leaders, a sensational day yesterday. Tristan Lokier, you heard from him at the start of the day, and Mark Fritzen going along very, very well indeed. And here are Timot and Stutzman just chasing back and trying to keep in touch with the BMX company player and William Victoria on this group. And this is the group they're all chasing, the lead group at the moment. Bielending drops on the front, they setting the pace. Alleman and Becken just in their wake. These are the heavyweights today. The big question is, how much time can they put into Nilo Schiff and Sebastian Villiers? Alight to that question is every time of the World Bicycle League main game for how much effort they're going to put in to try and regain. That's going to be the story back to the early part of the day.
This Pogačar could prove extremely costly, not just for the time that's lost from the World Bicycle League team, Nilo Schurter and Sebastian Villiers. It's not just all about the time loss, it's the energy that's expended to get back into the front of the field. And there'll be no gifts, absolutely no gifts from the teams that are charging at the front right now. Even though it's a Pogačar, that's what it's all about. Mountain biking is about not only preserving your own body, but also keeping your equipment going. And mechanicals are really a big part of this race.
Leading women heading up the old wagon path, the wagon trail up onto the Witzenberg Ridge. It is perhaps the toughest, and here's a difficult situation because this is Vera Lossa up ahead there, the defending champion, and Alexis Skada. And the Efficient Infinity Insure SCB SRAM team are losing time already today. Skada, the American champion, no real panic here. So they're obviously shook the chain perhaps here on the climb up the mountain. Meanwhile, the Ghost Factory Racing team who are still on the front, and Nicole Kohler, and are looking very comfortable is Candice Lill. Behind her is the Argentine rival Sofia Gomez-Biafan. She's looking comfortable, but Sabrina Shepherd, her partner, is not in that group. Trying to introduce our co-commentator today, and Sabine Spitz. You know this race, you know the sport more better than any of us in here. Wonderful to have you alongside us once again, Sabine.
Good morning, Gerald. Good morning, you. Yeah, so it was quite exciting to see the girls on the route, and the ladies on the route. I was quickly on before they actually hit the hiking trail, but it was everybody was totally restricted.
Well, this is that elite group of ladies now. Sofia Gomez-Biafan. This is still from a little bit earlier today on the front there, so the three top teams in the positions on GC as well. So Sofia Gomez-Biafan, Samara Shepherd, and then it's the Ghost Factory Racing player and the world champion in the marathon, Nina Mitavala, and Candice Lill, the silver medalist behind her. Once again, some quality women in that group. Look over the edge, that's from the very top of the ridge into the Witzenberg Valley on the beautiful side. We come to our live pictures. This is as it is happening now with our images from live on the route. And I'll put the disclaimer in right now. This is a remote part of the Western Cape. We will do our absolute best. Our entire crew are working tirelessly to bring you continuous pictures from out on the route. Occasionally they will break back and apologize. Not for that, but we won't make any excuses. We're very privileged to be seeing this coming so clear. So here are the top teams racing along that ground wall. This is the Autocut Dam as they head up the top end. So we'll be bringing you the coverage right the way through to the finish. So with a 1 minute and 6 second Caradel Factory Racing today. So do you see them trying to make a bit of an impact to what they're looking at Candice Lill on the Ghost team?
They try, because it's, what can you do? I mean, if you want to race, if you want to win the Cape Epic, you also need to try to make a move. The advantage is definitely on the side from the Cannondale and from the Ghost team, because these two teams, they know actually that it's a real valley, so they know what comes in this route, and there they can try to make a move. But we see that Sofia Gomez-Biafan, and she's now really making the pace, and other teams may just sitting on the
vehicle is here, just saying, like, we're going to ride it at a pace that suits us for as long as we can, so we can manage the day as it gets deeper into this 97 kilometers, the longest stage of the race. Onto the single track trails. I think this is close to the Saprum and Valkyrian trails. The trails curated by Saki Hanako. We're riding through their farm very shortly as well. One of the epic legends here. So you're going to Specialized 91 at 47 kilometers. Brilliant Victoria Factory, Australian Speed Company, Bach Megabike, all within a second of each other. Early on. Cannon City just thereabouts a minute back. I don't want to leak any more than that. World Bicycle League, like 2 minutes and 14 seconds down, just over halfway through this stage. So that is a significant factor. So right now, the Bach Megabike team on the road find themselves in the lead of this race with virtual leaders as it stands now. Where to go and stop. Yes, Richie, you have it here.
Yeah, I did tell you as we did in 2016
Yep.
at the Cape Epic, everybody also came actually the same route, and then also time for that which also takes a little bit of the
What's its standout features there? What should the rider be wary of?
So when we now see here this map, it's actually on the left-hand side. There's a lot of single trails that we have on right now, and the riders hit the end is now on the right side of the body. Then it actually would really get more to farm and then it's actually like the last water point. From there on, it's actually the riders have to climb back on this mountain range, and then it would then be coming back actually to the place where we came up the wagon trail, and we're dropping down the whole wagon trail.
Yes, that little kicker up from Panorama, which is now on the left side on the ridgeline there. They drag up the acre. That's a long climb and a hard, rough climb up onto the ridgeline. And beautiful visuals you'll see as they ride along the ridgeline and they hit the trail. They've come up, and that Bart was talking about it earlier, how the benefits of having gone up the trail is you're going to come down later. So you have an idea what to expect.
Yes, you know a bit like how rocky it is if there are a lot of loose rocks. But you also still have to consider that by the time we're coming down, all about almost 1,200 riders came the same route up, so it might be even a bit worse how the situation looks like.
And I can tell you now, we even saw one or two of these elite riders walking up there, pushing their bikes up there, but it was very technical. A large portion of this back end of the field will be pushing their bikes and walking up that trail. It is brutally hard, it really is. So it will be fairly different to surface to that which they came up on 2 hours and 11 minutes into the racing here in the Wittenberg Valley on stage 2 of this Absa Cape Epic. Just a quick recap, I can tell you that the amateur leaders are the Latvians, Gloria Serpolis and Oskaris Muzinix. They are an amateur team from Latvia. They call themselves a wannabe pro teams, and the one they're going, I think wouldn't be long before they are pro. Masters are led by Carl Knapp and Thomas Villaseca. The Grandmasters are Olivia Infeld and Thomas Jr. The great-grandmasters, big pardon, Barbie Whitmer and Peter Ferrer lead their category, and the next is led by the Toyota Gazoo team of Jan Bergman and Samantha Sanders. So that's just some of the categories that are racing here, and they're racing it very intense all the way through these categories. There's no question about it. Once you're a racer, you're always a racer. Will we ever go back into to race those categories?
Yeah, also, I mean, yesterday also we had some jets, and it's I mean, if you get back here to the Epic, and it's just in a way, yeah, it creates some goosebumps because you know what it is about, and in a way it makes you also.
Yes, it is. I think you referred to a magnet yesterday. It's like a magnet draws you back in, and you feel in the heart of it before the racing sharp end of it. So it will be something that you feel as you come into the race village. There's electricity that draws you in. So the yellow jerseys, the story today is that the World Bicycle Route Pair of Nino Turco and Sebastian Fidi are trailing by 2 minutes and 14 seconds halfway through the stage of Pancha, managing that effort managing, chasing back, not panicking, not going too hard, too deep. That's going to be a real test of their partner.
Yeah, what we also don't know is like how serious was the Pancha, if the form was not enough to fill it, or what we know maybe a little bit too much air in the tire, which also has an impact on your riding. So but we passed also a water point or a checkpoint. So in case it was really serious, it could have a chance to just to be changed the wheel.
Yes, as long as it's sealed, they'll be all right. But yeah, they're leaking time. This is our top 3 women's teams riding in formation. Ghost Factory Racing. Well, look at the farmland. This is harvest time here in this part of the world, and the labourers who are working out on the farms just loving the arrival of the mountain bikes. They've known for a long time that the bikes are coming through here. As I said, the Harlequin brothers, Saki and Hannes, are the only pair to have ridden 10 Absa Cape Epics together. And Hannes is riding this year. Saki is the man who is responsible for a lot of the trails today on this Hofbrun farm and Beltevien. They'll get to the new trails at Panorama. Ernst van Dijk has been involved with that on the farm, the fast farm there. So yeah, Saki is very much part and parcel of the fabric here of the event. You were talking yesterday about he used to ride around them, didn't you, Saki and Hannes?
Yeah, so when we also paired up, so it often happens that in the races that we ended up being almost in the same position, or that we are all almost the same pace. So that also definitely got to know a little bit.
Helpful to ride behind them on today's stage, because they pretty much designed today's stage in conjunction with the race director Enrico Berger. So this is riding in the shade of the shadow, and I appreciate that. Today is going to get very, very warm in that valley. It's a slightly high altitude down here in Tilbach, but hydration and feeding takes critical. He was a risk that was going here. Mine got some cramps yesterday, and only about 6 minutes behind the speed company, the speed company. So early stages for the women's race called the early stages, they have yet to reach that 47 kilometer mark.
Yes, they've yet to reach that point, and missing from that time check, or at the top of the leaderboard of that time check, was Vera Lorza and Alexis Skada. We saw earlier they had a mechanical on the climb. Let's hope that they can get that repaired and get back on the trail as soon as possible. Just talked a little bit about this illustrious lineup, these 3 teams in the picture right now. The Cannondale Factory Racing team and the Ghost Factory Racing team and Toyota Specialized 91. An illustrious list of riders. We've got Ramona Littlewell, a 2-time world marathon champion, Nicole Koller, a world junior champion at 2014, obviously a multiple national champion in South Africa, and Terpstra having been a multiple national champion in Holland, and an illustrious lineup. Sofia Gomez-Villafana, Argentinian champion, Samara Shippen, wearing the current Berciana Championships jersey. So it's an illustrious lineup for sure.
It seems a long time ago Canada still won a bronze medal at the World Junior Championships in Australia. 2008 maybe, but she's
just recently
silver medal in marathon. Yeah. So she's got an interesting path where she started out the cross-country race, and for many years she fluctuated between the two, couldn't really settle on it. She's still doing the cross-country, but that marathon performance showed her to be a really versatile and a rider with a really strong engine.
Again, it's like that she's definitely involved here in stage racing and marathons, but that is overseas this country. And last year marathon was included in the cycling games or in the Scotland. That was like just because of I guess it was a week later or 1.5 weeks later that was completed in the race.
Yeah, piece of tonic road. They head along the base of the valley. And Candice Hill just stopping alongside the trail. We'll get a look. She's not panicked too much, it seems. Something she's not happy with. Well, her partner's riding up the road. Candice is having to either a valve or a spoke. Neil, what are your tech eyes telling us there?
Oh, just she seems to be looking at the valve, but it's taking rather a long time. It's surprisingly long.
Jesse Nixon's on our bike there. You can go close, it's not a problem. And then get a look at what the problem is for. Again, the subject can't help it, but she continues with the program there. Okay. She's on her way.
Showing the professionalism and the experience of Candice Hill. Absolutely no panic whatsoever. And you imagine how easy it would be to panic with the head of the race tearing up for her and just losing time, knowing how much time deficit she has to make up. But with less haste, how does the saying go? More haste, less speed. She's very much. She's a very experienced racer, both marathon and cross country. And is all about trail-side repairs.
Well, Jesse Nixon is our eye on the World Media e-bike. Good morning, Jesse. Did we know what the problem is for Candice Hill?
So she just had a top up with a bomb quickly and now on my face for the group.
She was incredibly calm, wasn't she?
Yes, very composed. But also ready to go. Super rocky, all good up the pass. It's still nice and open, still very dusty though, and very dry.
Weather conditions?
It's definitely heating up. So it's going to be interesting to see how the riders fare under the watts.
That's fantastic, Jesse. Thanks very much. Now she's just regaining contact with Mona Mitterweiler and the group a little bit further up the road. Right.
One interesting fact, maybe also in certain areas, it's better to stay actually on the track and not going like a little shortcut over the fields, because we always have these situations when you have these devil fawns, and if you go on a trail when they in a way like over the time they just got actually pushed aside or got already collected, so the risk that you get a lot of devil fawns into your tires is far less if you stay on the track. And this just came back when I just quickly saw the Candice took a little bit like a shortcut.
You could just catch a glimpse as we were with Candice and Mona there, the helicopter up the road, and that is the flag being flown above the leading group, which will give them an indication as to how far they are up the road. But doesn't look like there's a little bit of pace there, but nothing too extreme.
No, I guess this is also a kind of normal normality that if the team drops back and they have been running with the other team together, that the moment they see, okay, they got the back, there was something, so can you slide and increasing on the pace. So just in a way, they don't start out in attack or something, but they definitely try to make it on the hard for this team to catch up with the other.
It's all part of racing, isn't it? Mechanical functions, that's what happens. And you just refer to, leaving the trail and going over picking up the factor.
I mean, also the other teams ended up being waiting for Sebastian Pini and Bishop really coming.
Definitely not. They're out fast to get away from them. That is absolutely part of it. This so-called gentleman's agreement to no, the function will bring them back. No. This is racing at the highest end, at the toughest end.
And we've said before, very much part of the race is keeping your equipment in check and keeping it intact. And there is an art to it, and it's very it's very easy to take huge risks on a downhill and cut corners and do all of those things, but that's also a risk to your equipment, to the body and life. And looking at just your tires, a crash could break a handlebar, for instance. You have experience with that, Sabine, and it's one of those things. It's absolutely all part of racing, is to keep air in your tires.
And it makes it also exciting because you never know what can happen or what happens during the race. And also for the audience, there also something interesting. We don't want to have like just a group ride.
There are images that you have of memories of Attica Vedic over the years, and one is that disastrous day for you in the night, the crash on the bridge.
Yeah, that's also a legend. Because I just the other guy about the hydration package. And it's for me, it was also I grabbed from Boba and one hand off, and the next moment my body hit a rock, and it just turned my hand behind my wheel, and I went over the ledge.
Yeah. So, and those are some defining images and the moments that happen to be caught on camera. So they do sit in the memory, those sort of things. They're winding their way through the base of the valley at the moment, heading towards more of the rocky single track that Sabine's been referring to on the far side of the valley, on the eastern slopes of the valley, and that will be a test for these riders. Perhaps this is just a period to regroup and to prepare for the tougher terrain to come.
Yeah, and if the riders are doing time quite track, they would just come from the other side at this place, joining into the Witzenberg Valley and these trails.
Yeah, the Sip Cafe, which is in fact just under those trees there, is a lovely little coffee shop as you come into the valley, down into the Witzenberg Valley, on the only road in and out, and that's a wonderful spectator point for people to come and watch it. There are plenty of cars there, an opportunity to catch a glimpse of the riders coming through. Now they're making their way up onto the eastern slopes of the mountain for the Witzenberg Valley. Rocky, very, very rough and rocky terrain that they're going to be quickly experiencing. It sounds, but that is a hallmark of these crowds.
Yeah, and also you can tell me I rode it first 2016 and then later 2020. So we have always like process like in making it a bit better. 2009 it was like 2016 was still very, very rocky. It was like you had to be so careful also like that you get at the right moment traction on the wheel, otherwise you also had to get off the bike. And we worked on it, we also saw that we improved just the surface to make it more reliable also for a wider range of cyclists.
Having said that, going up the wagon trail today is going to test these riders with the back end of the field. I think we've got that our leading teams going snaking through the single track quite fast here.
You can see the orange jerseys of the factory racing, and saw no catch from Miserballer and Candice Lowe, who not immediately gain contact. Also, the time loss of the day definitely goes to the officials of Thursday Insure. They've lost 6 minutes already at that 18-kilometer mark. We will soon be at the 44-kilometer mark, and should be if they're on schedule to arrive, they should be arriving in just a few minutes. The team of Gomez Villafana and Samara Shepherd, they will be arriving at that checkpoint Belfamere.
That will be just about halfway through the stage today. They will hit their gauge and where they are now. Samara Shepherd is hanging with the Ghost team here, but Sophia Gomez Group and just a few bike legs off the back of her partner. So this is some of the line trials, if you like, that they are only feel like to know.
Yeah, so it still comes out with a little bit later on to the areas where kicks, corners, and then you actually need to almost know which gear you need to get around the corner. If you approach it with a too big gear, then you're almost on with the pedals around. So it's team that they have written this course, and they know our aim was also to read a bit research, like on the line and the corners, to be prepared for the change the
We're still on the chase with the Canada Factory Racing. Look at the general classification going into the race stage. Is the GC after stage 1. Canada Factory Racing were a minute and 6 seconds behind Ghost Factory Racing, and 6 minutes back off Ghost Factory Racing are Toyota at stage lines 91, 6 minutes and 12 seconds to be exact.
Well, that's a nice image now. We just got from the helicopter, as you saw the leading quartet going through the rocky area there. So, well, not even a minute. They're closing in. Very, very, very well done. And they've just opened it a little bit to close the gap. They're not far off now. Candice Hill and Motor. They will be rejoining the group, and there will be 3 teams on the front. Just a little drop of the rocky terrain there. Rocky and sandy, that light sand, but that can also sometimes hold its own little devils.
Yeah, definitely also the found that areas that's deeper and usually you get cold and also like pushes you over the cold
Sand. Well, that huge amount of rain in this part of the Western Cape is tricky with summer in the rainfall region, but the good climate, that's there they are. Just like the trails are not far away as they are approaching the 47 kilometre mark in Northfield at the second of 3 water points. There is a hydration stop at the top of the top section. That's just into so we're just going to really stop, and that's it.
Turn on the camera back to them.
Catch them. Yeah, that must be coming.
I think they have a mark on the film and hard to see really how many seconds now the gap is for Candice and for Mona Mitterrand.
So the body language we saw from Candice Hill, all under control, all very controlled, knowing that there is still many, many hours to race. Several, we would guess, possibly even up to 30 hours still to race for during race week.
احنا مثل شوف هذا في اللعبة وين صار وين صار لما نجلس والإسعاف لما نأخذ هيك والكنز تأخذ المفروض أمازون يعطيك سعر الملاك تشكيل الملاك أمازون
Going deep into the ring at this point just to catch up 1 minute. Keep the control pace, stay in touch as much as possible, and also keep air in those tires.
She's got the experience. Last year her partner was due to last time through an injury and didn't panic, but did incredibly well. And then they came back to lead the race only to fall apart from the second last day. The experience here. I don't know, she's 22, but she seems to have so much maturity about the way she approaches running.
So from a young age, she thinks and acts very professionally, and she always she is so completely like sport is where her 100% focus, or actually 110% focus sits on, and yeah, we see, and she is in. I mean, she was in the juniors category. She already announced actually her goals, her targets for when she actually would join the elite category, and I mean with winning World Cup race, and also with the marathon. I mean, this is her second marathon world title, and the first one was in 2021 in Elba, and completely 2 different routings. Elba was rocky, a lot of elevation, and Scotland, we know Scotland can be a little bit colder and a bit more rainy, so completely different situations, and yeah, she did on both races well.
And then won a couple of World Cups back-to-back last year as well. So she's, this is Howard Grotz and Matt Beers. Beers repairing a puncture. So time leaking away for the Specialized team here, the Toyota Specialized 91 pair. They were in that lead group and they are losing time now. It is the story of the day. It's turning out to be punctures in the women's race, and the second puncture amongst the leading teams in the men's.
And it was somehow a little bit predicted, also with the heavy winter rainfalls, that the course is very washed out and a lot of rocks are, which anyway also then causing this trouble.
Yes, it's no secret that this part of the world in June, July last year experienced some of the heaviest rainfalls we've seen in many, many years. And lots of washout and lots of erosion that exposed rocks and created some difficulties for travellers and for the riders.
But it's not something that you would pick up necessarily on just a casual ride out on a nice rainy Sunday. The riders are picking up punches because they are riding at the limit. They're riding, if not at the limit, but certainly close to it. And that always means that you just take a slightly more aggressive line through a section and always avoid a rock, but not just to keep up, just to stay in touch with the rider in front, not just hop over or just we could call it a micro risk, you could say. You be completely careful, and just as we say, after a casual ride, it's part of racing.
And another thing is it's always a challenge to really get the right tire pressure, because we have seen the riders who started this morning at 7 o'clock. If you pump up the tire to the normal pressure with the heat of the day, you will have far more pressure in the tires, which also in a way doesn't suit you, because it doesn't give you the nice grip and the rolling on the rocks. And if you're a little bit too low, then it can happen that in the early morning hours you have like the risk that you get a puncture because it's just slightly too less pressure.
So how do you do that then? Say you coolish start and you're going into a hot day. What would you?
It's this is the tricky part, especially when you also have to consider, okay, up the wagon trail I also don't want to risk that I get a puncture. So then in a way you would almost say I need a bit, maybe I just go a bit on the harder side a little bit more, because you can still maybe manage to get a bit of harder pressure, but you don't want to actually risk puncture.
So you risk the right quality and the right field for less risk, because there's punches and there's punches, of course. There's a puncture like a Dale Thorn, for example, would be sealed pretty quickly by a subsealant in the tire, but a slash on the sidewall would be more challenging, and worst of all, a cut on the bead. That is the worst kind of puncture you would never want to have when there is a cut on the bead of the tire, because that is a section of the tire that flexes a little bit more than the other sections that opens and closes, and it's almost impossible to seal when something like that affects you.
And if you ever have a fall, whatever kind of fall it is, or if something goes into your tire, leave it in. Don't do it, because it actually works like a plug. If you can already pull it out, the risk of leaking and losing air is even higher. So also for our old audience, just leave it in.
Yeah, don't clear it. Then just right up and use it as a plug. Don't pull it out.
That's one of the things. If we didn't get a chance to walk through the paddocks, through the paddocks of the race in the evenings, you'll see the team mechanics inspecting the pits, and you'll see the team mechanics inspecting the tires. We once saw Rudy Van Hoots's tire being inspected and found 40 devil thorns still in the tire in the evening, and what a remarkable thing that the tire still held there.
Welcome in single track here, beautiful riding in the trees and the pine trees on the rocks and the sandy terrain alongside the road. A chance for spectators to get out and enjoy the spectacle of these world-class superstars riding on stage 2 of this FC Cape Epic. It's been drama. It's already delivered plenty of that. We've seen it in the men's race. And again, just apologies. We did see Beers and Grotz stopped momentarily to fix a puncture. They are off the lead group, which up until that stage, until they got a puncture, they were with Bart Alleman and Hans Becking. And we are surmising that Becking and Alleman of Bart Megama are now on their own. And at the halfway stage of today's race, the race leaders, World Bicycle League, Bruno Schurter and Sebastian Finney were 2 minutes and 14 seconds behind the lead group, which means that Bart Megama on the road are, again, we're surmising this now because we haven't had a confirmation of the power off, so they are in the virtual lead of this race. But that we'll bring you pictures and the confirmation of all those as soon as we get it. But it's drama all the way around the Cape Epic, and you wouldn't want it any other way. That's what it's about, isn't it? Really is. That's now. Here we go. Becking and Alleman and Albia Speed Company are in this group. So that looks like the lead group. That's the helicopter staying with the lead team, so we are finding that they are just about at the most southerly point of this, in fact they're passing the southerly point of today's regional Dixonville Day and are heading back towards the ridge on the right hand side as you look at it now, and we'll start ascending up towards the top of the ridge.
Yeah, and the leading women's race should actually come soon to the next to water point, and also where we from then get a split time.
So this, we think, the men's teams could be that the Gail Gega and Lucas Baum are going to take their chances today. They suffered yesterday and they started today over 6 minutes adrift of the leaders, the men who rampaged forward as they so often do yesterday in spot-popping fashion, but it all came undone as they go Gega suffered and apparently picked up some cramps and lost, as I said, 6 minutes and 46 left on the day. And that was their great day, and now it's a bad day for the World Bicycle League team of Bruno Schurter and Sebastian Finney. They caused by a puncture and lost the biggest time that we saw there was over 2 minutes. And if we look at the virtual GC, that's the GC on the road at the 47-kilometer mark. We have Bart Megama. Actually, at that point it was Toyota Specialized 91 that had the virtual lead. But of course now they've fallen off with their mechanicals, and Bart Megama are effectively virtually in Europe. Well, it's all unfolding here. This at the Cape Epic in the Dixonville Day. It's a playground. It's a drama in this theatre that's unfolding. They got down that third section to the finish themselves in an hour or so's time. Will be decided. So this is, of course, the Cape Epic, the pinnacle of the Epic series, which gives mountain bikers an opportunity to ride the world. There are some spectacular places your bicycle can take you in the Epic series. global mountain biking. Some spectacular races you can take part in and explore the world on your mountain bike through the Epic Series. Really, really special.
It's all about picking those iconic mountain biking destinations and finding the best of the world. And you can race the world and experience also the hospitality, very different hospitalities around the world. Some of the Swiss Epic, the famous Swiss hotel hospitality, and Four Islands is another one that I would like to participate in. But it's all about the boat there.
On the boats and right there's trails, apparently very, very rugged trails in Croatia.
Very heavy. So I was like, this epic always takes place in that area was for many years also my altitude training camp area. So I know this trails on quite well in Switzerland. But I was never in Croatia.
And Norway?
Also have done that.
Okay. Very high altitude as well, of course.
Yeah, just for the World Cup run.
This is spectacular, beautiful Witzenberg Valley early this morning. We were looking at some massive farmlands that produce so much world-class fruit and is exported all over the world. Now we've got an update from the 47 kilometre mark on that balcony on the waterfront. In the women's race, Toyota Specialized 91 kilometres, about a shepherd going through there together with both factory racing and Cannondale factory racing all together now. So Candice Lill and her factor has been all but sealed and are back in the factory.
Impressive. It's going to be impressive performances you can see in the race is just the calmness, the way that Candice Lill approached that mechanical, the inevitable mechanicals that happen along the way, and Cannondale factory racing just making sure that they take no risks getting back, don't blast themselves, don't blow themselves up, getting back into the mix.
And that's how it stands. So midway through stage number 2 in the Aramex women's category, Toyota Specialized 91 enjoying it seemingly a better day today after they lost some time yesterday. Overlooking the Tilbach Valley down in the little is the village of Tilbach, a little bit beyond the race village of Saronsburg. And this, from the other side of the valley, is the Witzenberg Valley, which is where they're racing right now. And, we do apologize. We are doing our very best to bring you images from out on the crowd, but it is difficult at the best of times to get clean images to do justice to the race. But as I said, we do everything we possibly can. Our team is working furiously to bring you clean images. Now, if you'd like to take part next year in the Mexico Cup, year 21, you can enter the lottery right now. It is open for 2025 Mexico Epic. It's not a ticket that you come around easily, that comes around easily, so try and get into the lottery now and secure your entry, guarantee an entry. Then you've got a whole year to reflect on it and prepare for it, because it is something worth coming into very, very well prepared. You need to be. It is seriously tough challenge, as we've seen over the last 20 years, so you need to be well prepared. Get an entry now, buy the lottery.
Well, easy to come by the entries in the historically, even from the very early years, race entries sold out even seconds, and entries were highly sought after to enter the lottery. This way is a bit more of a chance, or a bit of a chance to ride this magnificent race.
So the Witzenberg Valley, they're doing a loop in an anti-clockwise motion around the valley, and then they come up onto the ridgeline, having climbed out of Panorama and onto the acre, and then onto the ridgeline, and drop down the wagon trail, which they came up earlier today. And a big sector of that wagon trail, it is rough, loose, and technically challenging. It is this year's Toyota Tough section on stage 2.
It's one of the longest Toyota Tough sections.
We've got images coming from the front end of the race. Buff Megamo and Orbea Liet Speed Company together at the sharp end. They are heading up towards Panorama and then into the climb up Acre. The shadow will suggest that they are in the forest. There is a bit of a forest on that side, and there's no question that the Orbea Liet Speed Company they are determined to make up for yesterday's losses. And they look highly motivated, yes, Sabine.
Yeah, and it seems like with Georg Ecker, who had cramped yesterday, that he's now here trying to increase the speed and the pace, and the Buff Megamo teams they holding on.
We saw the fortunes change considerably with Orbea Liet Speed Company having a bad day yesterday. Now absolutely on the very front of the race. And also the pivotal part of the race, especially with the World Bicycle Relief Team, Nina Schurter, Sebastian Fini losing time after their puncture, and also not only that, having to spend the extra effort to get back, and George Egger and Lucas Baum certainly not making it any easier. And if there is tactics at play here, when the riders start to cooperate in a small group like this, there might be a bit of tactics where Wout Alleman and Hans Becking may leave George Egger and Lucas Baum to do a little bit more work at the front, because they have more to gain. They lost a lot of time yesterday. They shipped a huge amount of time relatively and had a bad day on day one. So Hans Becking and Wout Alleman will know that the team of Egger and Baum will just be a little bit more motivated to put a bit of effort, to put more time and to move up on that GC board. More to gain for them.
Well, we got a brief glimpse yesterday of the brilliance of Nino Schurter on a descent, and we'll see it again today. And he will look to use that to a tough section of the descent down the wagon trail to make back some of that time. As we look at them now, and they are not that far away. We won't give you a definitive split, but this is a similar part of the trail that we've just seen the leading quartet on. So Nino Schurter and Sebastian Fini are not that far off the pair. And I think that might be the Canyon City pair with them. We'll confirm that, but this is the chasing pair, the yellow jerseys, always at Beers and Krotz. But we'll confirm that as we get better images. It is the Canyon City pair. It is Andres Serold and Mark Stutzman, the German and Swiss champion.
And also tactically, if you look at the Canyon City team and what their objective would be, they've lost quite a lot of time. They were almost 9 minutes back going into today's stage, general classification, and they know that the yellow jerseys, it's up to them to defend that yellow jersey, so they can sit back. Arguably, they may want to contribute, but it is going to be the responsibility of the yellow jerseys to get back to the front of the field. A couple of minutes in it, not more than that. It looks like their mechanical woes are behind them, and Nino Schurter has his work cut out for him to get back onto or at least get it as close as he can, so that he has less to make up on that descent. That descent is rocky, and just those high speeds, no matter how good you are, no matter what your skills are like, and even for the greatest of all time, there are some obstacles littering that trail on the downhill. We saw how rocky it was, and one small rock can make all the difference.
I think the gentleman doing the race briefing going into today's stage, I think the theme along that gentleman said was conservative, don't take risks. Is that right?
The word you use is genuine, and I appreciate that, Gerald. That's what I said, indeed. Yes. No risks. Ride conservatively, and it doesn't help when you are just under 2 minutes back, having had a puncture, having to push a little bit, and the riders in front, the leaders on the day, will be acutely aware of this.
Yeah, and the riders actually, so the men's riders, we mostly actually on gravel roads, on farm roads, and yeah, we're coming now quite quickly to this nice dam, which we also just had quickly we're seeing now. And after the dam, it's not that far to the next water point from where we actually climb back out of the valley and getting onto the ridge.
Heading towards Dieka, which is around 68, 69 kilometers, which is at water point. We will get a time check there as well, and it'll give us a perspective on what the gaps are. But that's where you can see the icon with Thomas Ditches laying alongside it. It's there and thereabouts, and then the road zigzags back up in a northerly direction. That is the climb.
So I remember from 2016 that getting on that ridge there have been actually concrete sections, because it was so steep that it wasn't actually it was impossible to just ride it up in normal natural terrain. So there was concrete that in a way which gave you a kind of traction to come up.
This is the leading group, yep. Egger and Baum doing their best to make up time yesterday, but as we said, I don't think the yellow jerseys, World Bicycle Relief, are too far behind them. So it's going to be a fascinating tussle.